don't need a return ticket where you're going. This is a one-way journey. Straight down!
Deep pan pizza of video game entertainment delivered piping hot into the comfort of your own living room in 30 minutes or less, or you get £1 off. Tonight's toppings include the first ever showing of Donkey Kong Country, and we're going to build up to this climax with our first challenge. So it's over to GamesMaster.
It gives me enormous pleasure to get the barrel rolling on this Donkey Kong special. The challenge on the arcade game that started it all, Donkey Kong. This ancient platformer has stood the test of time and should still provide a tough test for our games players. Their aim will be to finish level 1 in the fastest time, avoiding the barrels being hurled by the miserably perturbed Donkey Kong.
First up on the Donkey Kong special, we have Cheetan, Simon Smith and Alistair Gray. With you, Chi, what's your favourite film?
True Lies.
True Lies. Are you a big Arnie fan then?
Yeah.
Right, Simon, which video game character then do you fancy the most?
Probably Cammy, Super Street Fighter 2.
What appeals to you about Cammy?
Don't know. Just think she's great.
Yeah, and she's got a sparkling personality as well. Finally, Alistair, when you're not playing video games, what do you like to do?
I like to go rollerblading.
What do you like about rollerblading?
I know, it's fast.
Well, you've certainly convinced me that I think I'm going to go out and get one right away. So while I leaf through the yellow pages, we'll take a look at the news. November the 25th, we'll see the launch of a new Sega add-on that takes the normal Mega Drive and says, "Hello, sir, would you like to be 40 times more powerful?" We forced two kids at gunpoint to go down to Sega's HQ this week for an exclusive preview.
Awesome.
Once you've plugged in the 32X, the Mega Drive gets a little bit exciting and begins playing a new format of games with graphics and noises that are simply spanky.
Want to see more?
Containing chips designed to produce fast 3D graphics, it's no surprise that the first three 32X games are first-person perspective action games. First up, Star Wars. This polygon shifter has been making arcade players regularly change pants since it came out a few months ago. But did our punters poo theirs?
Well, it's got all 4 missions from the arcade game. The graphic looks pretty much the same, I think.
Haven't played the arcade game, but this is good. It's fast and really smooth.
Next up, we said if the kids didn't play Virtua Racing Deluxe, an enhanced version of the arcade game, we'd beat them with a stick.
This is close to the original arcade game. The graphics are bigger and now fill the screen.
It's got 2 new tracks and 2 new cars to play with.
Finally, they tried their luck at the Blood and Gore Fest Doom.
You could only play this on a PC before, but it looks great on this.
It really looks good. The 32X can handle Doom. Wicked gun as well.
Sega expect to have 40 games out by next Easter, costing about 50 quid each, but the system itself costs 170 quid without any games, and you need a Mega Drive as well, so if you're poor, you might be stuffed. Right, we're just about to kick off the GamesMaster Donkey Kong special with the original Donkey Kong arcade game. Helping me out is GamesMaster's very own Andy Hutchison. Andy, I bet you know some crazy facts about this old classic.
Well, funnily enough, Dominik, this game is so old that the Queen Mother was the first person ever to get her name on the high school table.
God bless her. Okay, each contestant has to try and get to the top of the first screen. Whoever does it in the quickest time will win the Golden Joystick. Chi is going first. Best of luck, Chi. Your time starts now.
And off goes Chi. Now, Hutch, if you were playing this, what would you be thinking now?
Well, I've been trying to get that mallet for a start. Get the mallet and you can bash those barrels.
She hasn't gone for the mallet, though. Maybe as he tried, would it waste a bit of time maybe getting the mallet?
Well, possibly, yeah. I mean, waggle it about a bit.
Okay, he's nearly at the top now. This bit's going to get tricky though now.
That's right.
Just got to get up this final ladder and he's got to get up to Daisy there. Just one more thing, he's just got to go up this ladder. And he does it! 29 seconds! Cheetan does it! So, let's make way for Simon. So, best of luck, Simon. Your time starts now. And off for Simon. Now, Cheetan, 29 seconds. It's a good time, Andy. Do you think you could do quicker than that?
I think it can definitely be beaten because Chi messed around quite a bit on that middle level there.
Yeah. Oh, God! Sorry, going just a sec. He wasn't having any of this rolling stuff then.
That's right. You've got to watch out for these special barrels that are coming out. Slightly different
it's getting a bit congested here now. This is looking a bit tricky. 22 seconds
he got caught on the ladder.
And stopped it, so Simon doesn't get to the top. Can he make way for Alistair? So 29 seconds to beat. Best of luck, Alistair. Your time starts now. Okay, off goes Alistair. We still got a time of 29 seconds, Hutch. Can you see Alistair doing it?
If he doesn't mess around, then I think he can guide Mario right up to the top there. It shouldn't be a problem.
This ladder there, though. He didn't take the middle ladder. That would have been quicker.
Well, given the timing of the barrels, that may actually be a shrewd move.
Okay, we're about halfway up. 18 seconds gone. He's going to have to go a lot quicker over the second half of the course.
He's going for it.
Up here, 25 seconds. It's going to be very close. 26, 27, 28, 28 seconds. He just does it by the narrowest of margins. Alistair's the winner. Well, we'll start with you, Chi. Very, very unlucky. There was just 1 second in there. Where do you think you lost that vital second?
I think it was near the top. I kind of missed the ladder.
You dallied about a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it proved to be crucial. Simon, you didn't really have time to dally.
No.
Did you? And where did you go wrong?
Again, as I was going up, look, I got hit by a barrel that was coming down.
Alistair, 1 second in it. It was very close there. Were you confident you could do it all the time?
Yeah, I was.
Yep. And you're quite happy about winning the Golden Joystick?
Yeah.
Yep. Can we get that smile in camera 3? Lovely. Okay, so round of applause for our Golden Joystick winner, Alistair. And another round of applause for our two challengers, Alistair, Chi and Simon. And as another challenger scales hitherto unknown peaks of personal pride, we come crashing back down to terra firma with today's reviews. First up, what's the best way to shamelessly rip off Mario Kart, make it even better and call it Street Racer?
Street Racer came as a bit of a surprise. It's quite simply the best racing game on the Super NES, if not any machine. While you're racing, you can pick up power-ups, you can punch other racers off the track. It's fantastic.
As well as allowing you to have 4 players on screen at once, there are also a fantastic array of bonus games. There's a football game where you have to knock a ball around from within your car against all the other players, which is fab. And there's also a kind of sumo wrestling game where you all have to knock each other out of a ring.
Each character in the game has his own set of tracks. There's Hodger, little Turkish geezer with a beard, and then there's Biff, who's a bit of a bully. Each individual track is very, very different from the last one and makes for very competitive racing.
Next up, take a cute cartoon license and flog it till it lies coughing and spluttering. Is Acme All-Stars a game too far?
Acme All-Stars is like 2 sports games rolled into one. You've got a straight basketball game and a straight football game. They feature all the characters from the Tiny Toons series, and as such, it's a bit young for most people, I think. It's quite easy.
The football side of Acme All-Stars is not exactly up to FIFA or sensible soccer standards, but it is a very funny game in its own right. If you've got some friends that want to join in, it's even funnier. Hampton Pig is top winger extraordinaire.
Both the games are rather limited, and I think even younger kids are going to get bored of this pretty quickly. If you want a football game, get a proper football game, and likewise for basketball.
Finally, Indy has a moustache, bizarrely, but is his SNES outing a highlight or a hairy moment?
The man with the hat is back. Indiana Jones comes to the Super NES. Very much like Castlevania, there are plenty of platforms and there's plenty of whipping action.
The Indy character is beautifully animated. He performs all your typical Indy functions. He can whip, he can jump, he can shoot people. And what you have here is a platform game with lots of levels, lots of nice graphics, and Indy.
Basically, it does the same for the Indiana Jones films as the Star Wars game did for Star Wars. If you like the Indiana Jones films and you're a big Star Wars games fan, then this could be for you.
Now it's time for the second semi-final in our GamesMaster FIFA 95 special. In our last show, Casey Kettler edged out Andy Cole 1-0 to claim the first final berth. To see who'll be joining him, please welcome tonight's special guests, Andy Townsend and Vinnie Jones. Vinnie, you've been on the show before. We know you're good at these games. You must be the favourite tonight, yeah?
Well, I've had about 10 minutes practice and Andy ain't had none, so it should be interesting.
But you always say you've only had a little bit of practice every time you come, but you always do well. No. And I have to say, though, Vinnie, I'm a bit concerned because I was reading in the papers the other day that you're getting a bit soft. Is this true?
Well, that might be married life. We'll have to see.
So, Andy, you might have an advantage then now if Vinnie's mellowing.
Definitely. I mean, I've had a mess around at home on my son's computer, but not this game, I'm afraid.
Okay, if you want to see if Vinnie Jones can ruffle Andy Townsend's here tonight, join us after the break. Welcome back. Andy Townsend and Vinnie Jones are about to play the second semi-final in the GamesMaster FIFA 95 special. Holding my magic sponge is Simon Byron from the One. Simon, who do you think's got the edge tonight?
It's definitely Vinnie. He's already proved his games playing skills on the previous series. He's playing as Wimbledon. They've got better goalies and, funnily enough, better passing. So
no game can be 100% realistic.
True enough.
Okay, best of luck to Andy and Vinnie. Let's go to kick-off.
Didn't have any players up front there, so a bit of a missed opportunity.
But they're picking up no real deep penetration from Wimbledon. Oh, it's a free kick there to Villa. Free kick is taken up to number 50 from Villa. Skips the back case, a short kick again, straight to a Wimbledon defender. Haven't had any really good shots on goal so far.
No, although we could see one now if he gets that together. Very dangerous game.
Oh no, he's got to clear the ball. No, he was shooting the wrong way.
Completely the wrong way. Quite disappointing, I think, although corners are
here. Comes over, it's a header, and the Villa keeper's got it. Mark Bosworth's round, we're in extra time. Time added on the end of the first half.
Well, that was a lovely ball.
Here, they've got to be quick. Oh no, the referee blows his whistle. So at half time, it's Andy Townsend's Aston Villa 0, Vinnie Jones Wimbledon 0. Into the second half we go. Vinnie now playing from left to right in the play. Andy from right to left in the rear.
Almost the same opening, straight off.
Going for Wimbledon. Oh, he tried to get on the near post there, didn't quite work.
Taking his time here.
Kicks it out wide.
That was a nice head.
It on.
We should really be passing it around now. And to knock it straight back in.
Okay, number 11 to the number 15. They go forward.
That's a good shot.
Oh, well done. A screaming goal from Andy Townsend's Villa, number 15. So 1-0 to Villa.
Could there be an upset on its way?
I think we do. Vinnie could be in big trouble here. Okay, so Vinnie's running out of time. He's got to get an equaliser here.
He's not going to be happy if he loses.
And the thing is, he hasn't even got close to goal. But could this be the one attack? But there's no attackers up there. Kicks it out.
Lovely head.
And they got the left flank, and it's into the middle now. Oh, and there's Dino. But he kicks it to no one in particular. At the end of the time, I think both sets of strikers should be shot at the end of this game. And that's it, it's all over. And it's the upset of the year. Andy Townsend beats Vinnie Jones 1-0. He wins the challenge.
Well done, Andy. Now, Vinnie, what happened? You were the pre-match favourite, then it all seemed to go to pieces.
Yeah, might have been a little bit overconfident this time.
I think so. You came out, and there was a lot of long balls pumped needlessly forward.
Yeah, I forgot that we'd sold Fash. Kept putting it forward to Fash.
Now, Andy, what did you say to the boys at half-time? Because the second half they were storming.
Yeah, well, I just said, keep it going, lads, you know, we're looking good.
Yeah.
And,
play a natural game.
That's it, keep going, and yeah, it was a good win in the end.
And you came up trumps in the end, which means that we're going to see you in the next show for the grand final. We have to say goodbye to Vinnie at this point, but let's have a round of applause for both our guests today, Vinnie Jones. Now it's time for the man to give more advice with less weight than Claire Rayner in the consultation zone.
Hello. It's time for me to suffer another bunch of lost souls with terrible afflictions to enter my consultation zone. Unfortunately, I can only solve their games playing deficiencies. But who's first?
GamesMaster. I can't get through the first level of Hulk on the Mega Drive. What am I doing wrong?
You need to put on a bit of weight straight away. On level 1, walk to the first sewer and drop down. Jump up and walk to the left. And alakazam, you'll find yourself in a secret room containing a Hulk power. Collect this, you'll find yourself a dazzling shade of green that becomes your influence statue. Better now?
Much better, thanks.
Who's next for some relief?
GamesMaster, at the start of level 4 on Lock and Tumble for the Amiga, there's a platform with lots of power-ups on it that I can't reach. Do you know how to make me stretch up so I can reach them?
You'll need to have faith in me if you're going to fulfill your ultimate goal. First, make your way to the very far right of the level. Then travel up. You will come to a point where you can see a number of coins suspended tantalizingly in the distance. You seem to reach a dead end. Now make a leap of faith toward the coins, and this is why magic, a hidden platform will appear under your weary feet. Now you can make your way to the original platform, where you'll be rewarded with a host of powers.
Thanks, GamesMaster. Nice one.
Who's next?
GamesMaster, I'm not very good at theme park on the PC. Nobody ever comes to my park. Could you help me, please?
Well, it's a game of swings and roundabouts, but I think I may have a little something to set your big wheel in motion. Enter this nickname, then go up to the park screen and press Alt and Z, Control and Z, and Shift and Z to get all the rides, shops, and features respectively. That should put some hot air into your balloons.
Great, that's Mega GamesMaster.
Well, I'm afraid it's time to bring another consultation session to a close. Till my next audience, ta-ta!
Summer CES 1994 and some put out were actors that dressed like a monkey to announce the launch of Donkey Kong Country, Nintendo's flagship title this year, which is, shock horror, a platform game. A far cry from the first Donkey Kong 15 years ago, which was a platform game, albeit the first one ever. It had 4 levels, sparse animation, and the characters were one-dimensional in a we could present the word type situation. However, the difference with the latest Kong incarnation is that it's very physically attractive. There's 100 mini-adventure type levels, computer-rendered characters, and animation more lifelike than anything on a British rail buffet. Tim Stamper is not a terribly good-looking bloke, but is chief designer of the game. So, how do you create backgrounds, Tim?
First thing we need is part of a tree. There's the fir tree scanned in, so this is now a texture in memory.
For reasons of interestingness, I'll step in now and tell you that they then rotate and copy this all over the shop to get something that looks like a bush. So what do we need now, Tim?
A rocky path on a grassy backdrop. Combine those two with the trees.
And you get a deep loving marriage between realistic foregrounds and silhouetted backdrops. You can get Mr. and Mrs. Unique Visual Environment coming to visit a shop near you on November the 18th. Now it's time to bring Donkey Kong kicking and screaming into the 90s. Let's go over to GamesMaster to find out what the challenge is.
Tonight's final contenders are about to strip on the banana skin and endure some serious monkey business. Because our final challenge is on the inimitable Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. 3 contestants will be aiming to prove they're the biggest swingers in town by completing the first level in the quickest possible time. It couldn't be simpler.
And indulging in this monkey-related mayhem, we have Tim Lockhurst, Christian Din, and Sharif Osman. bet you three have had some great monkey experiences in your life. But what about this game? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys about being one of the first people in Britain to play Donkey Kong Country? Tim?
10, definitely.
Chris?
10.
Sharif? 8. I knew you would just be awkward, wouldn't you? You can always tell it's the bloke in the silly hat that's going to be awkward. Okay, if you'd like to, Tim, you can go first if you'd like to take your place on the rock, and Sharif and Christian just ape around in the background. We'll go up to the commentary position. Still helping me out in the commentary box is Andy Hutchinson, because he can't bear to leave us. Andy, it's whoever can get through the level in the quickest time. There's a couple of dilemmas though for our contestants, Andy. Go through them.
Well, that's right, because they have insurance in the way of Donkey Kong Jr., who's hiding in a barrel. Now, it takes a couple of seconds to get at Donkey Kong, so do they go for him? Do they not? The other dilemma is it quicker to go through the bonus level when you get the Rhino? These are just options they'll have to weigh up as they play.
And these are just some of the questions which will be answered on tonight's final challenge, because each contestant has to get through the level in the quickest time. Whoever does that will get the golden joystick. Tim is going first. Tim, best of luck. On your marks, get set, go! Okay, off goes Tim. On the top left, I'm going to use the banana square flashing. I'm going to start that going for this. He's got Donkey Kong Jr., so he's gone for the insurance. That means if he gets hit, he can carry on his Donkey Kong Jr.
Right, yeah. Square barrel's got the Rhino in, which will lead you through to the bonus.
He took a better time than that.
There he is, there's the Rhino.
He's on the Rhino. This means he can get this bonus level.
That's right, he'll charge through this rock just here.
Okay, he's motoring now on the right. Looks like he's got a bit faster on the right.
Oh, he's really screaming through. He missed that bonus
35 seconds, okay. He's out the bonus level. Here he goes. Now 40, 41.
Oh, big punch there.
We're near the exit now. Here he goes, 44. 46 seconds. So, Tim gets 46 seconds. He must make one out for Christian. Okay, best of luck, Christian. On your marks, get set, go.
He has gone for Donkey Kong. It takes a long time to stop the Donkey Kong there.
Now the big question is now, is he going to go for that Rhino?
No, he's not going for it. He can still go for the Rhino. Yes, he has.
Not the Rhino as well, 23 seconds.
He's running slow though. He's going to have to really motor now.
27 seconds, now 46 seconds the time he's going to beat.
Oh, he's screaming through this level. He's got tearaway time here. He's got no future to beat it.
Now he must make way for Sharif. Best of luck, Sharif. 36 seconds to beat. On your marks, get set, go. The big question is, will he stop to pick up Donkey Kong Jr.?
Yes, he has stopped, but he took a long time to get in there. Coming up on that Rhino very shortly, and that's a very quick vehicle to get around.
Now he threw that barrel there again. That was wasting a bit of time. Oh, he's been hit with Donkey Kong Jr. now. That's going to waste some time, but he's on the Rhino. 25 seconds.
He's lagging behind though. I've done it. He's definitely not going to do this.
He's got 32, 33. He's not going to beat Christian. He's out of the bonus level. 39 seconds, 40 seconds.
Only a few bad guys to me. He's got the last
45 seconds for Sharif, which means he ends up as runner-up. But tonight's clear winner is Christian. Okay, now, Tim, you were a bit unlucky in that you had to go first, actually, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't know whether to go through the bonus or not, and I did, and it was slow.
And it was, you were very unlucky. Although, Christian, you were very fortunate because you took a bit of a risk on up the top there, but it paid off.
Yeah, because I saw him go on the bonus, he was slower, so I took the top one.
And then we came to you, Sharif, and knowing that the bottom bonus level bit was slower, you still opted to choose it. Any reason why?
It wouldn't jump.
Sorry, it wouldn't jump? You're trying to blame our controllers now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we believe you, Sharif. Well, Christian is the winner of the GamesMaster Golden Joystick. We're finished here for today. I'm off to propose that Scavengers gets another series. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.